So this BradTaste music guy went and took a photo with Ethan and Healer, I guess. I am aware that being around Ethan and Healer at the moment is very questionable. I wanted to meet them despite people's valid criticisms of them. I am aware this is a bad look, and posting a photo with them upset many people. Not the best decision on my part. What a cuck. Immediately, what a cuck. You're a slave to your audience, says Nick Diorio. Yep, true. I just agree with that. Ethan responded to Brad, slave. This image made a statement that I did not intend to make. I'd like to apologize to people who are upset or hurt by this. I also apologize for my quick response, as it was very dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply. I appreciate you for looking out for me. This is Brad. Someone on the crew was kind enough to get him VIP tickets, so he was able to come backstage and hang out with us. I had the chance to speak with him for a little bit and thought he was a nice guy. Here he is apologizing for taking a photograph with me. Because I'm a Zionist. What does this even mean? What does this even mean? To those who use the word as an insult, it simply means anyone that believes Israel has the right to continue to exist. According to recent polling, this would include 90% of the world's Jewish population. That means that Brad here would need to apologize for taking a photograph with 9 out of 10 Jews. Whenever I've voiced whatever criticism I've voiced for Israel, whatever financial contributions I've made to the people of Gaza, nothing will ever be enough. Because I, like 90% of all Jews, am a Zionist. I've been on the receiving end of rabid anti-Semitism ever since October 7th, but this one made me especially sad. Wait, you know they were problematic, and why? Then why would you ever want to meet them? If you knew Ethan/Healer was Zionists, Healer herself was in the IDF, why even risk your reputation for that meeting? I wanted to meet them because they were famous, and I had the opportunity to watch a creator who was a pivotal part of my childhood and early YouTube adventures. I had no care for the moral implications at the time. I just wanted to feel cool. This is so pathetic. Hold on, can you add some royalty-free reggae music in the background, please? Whoa. What's the joke there? What am I missing? What's happening right now in Palestine is awful beyond comprehension. And I finally understand why it's been so hard for me to speak out about it. I said that I stayed quiet because I didn't know enough, but truthfully, I felt like I couldn't listen. Members of my family have died at the hands of Hamas, and it has honestly made this one of the hardest situations I've ever been presented. I understand why people are upset, and I want to make it very clear that I stand with the people of Palestine. This is so cocked. I haven't talked to many of my family members in months because they believe that Israel's horrific actions are justified. I know they are not. Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinian people. Bro, this guy... Sorry, your family's getting... You cut off your family because they are pro-Israel retaliating against Gaza over October 7th. And they've had family die to Hamas. You're cut. These parents probably raised him and got him to the point where he can be a fucking cock American with his music career. His fucking not even music career. He doesn't have a music career, does he? A music reaction career. Yeah, it is similar to that fucking artist. The one Palestine artist, the one that did that thing where it's like, I might go homeless for supporting Palestine. Bro, what a fucking loser. I'm going to do my best to keep educating myself and listen to Palestinian voices. I hope you guys are able to be patient with me as I'm genuinely trying to learn. I also want to thank the people in my community whose collective outcry so I can break free of my harmful mindset. My harmful mindset. I'm feeling enraged. I'm feeling unhappy. I'm not feeling good. I'm aware that being around Ethan Healer is very questionable. I wanted to meet them despite blah, blah, blah. I wanted to... Okay, we've seen that. You're being way too harsh on yourself over this. You met some famous people and took a pic with them and thought it was cool. Not everything has to be tied to something controversial, and the people giving you shit over that aspect are just spewing nonsense. The famous people in question are hated by a lot of people for really strong and dangerous opinions, and I plastered my smiling face next to them and posted it online. I've become sloppy. I should be more harsh on myself. I'm better than that. Bro, this guy's fucking pathetic. He's just whipping himself. Just self-flagellating on social media. Because he took a photo with fucking Ethan and Gila Klein. Yeah, it's self-hating for real. Don't get it wrong, Brad has made music.
Hey.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
That's okay, this is like stupid parody stuff. I don't care. Not funny. Not funny, didn't laugh. Not funny, didn't laugh. Oh, guys, I'm just uploading a cringe clip of BradTaste music, which I'm accepting, by the way. If you've got A-logging clips of BradTaste music, I'm accepting those, because I will be pulling those up. I don't see someone talking about him crying over a copyright strike, and I've got a clip of him crying coming up at the moment.
Yo, Allie, 4 minutes ago says, "Hey, Brad, I heard you mentioning a struggle with disassociation. I've been having the same experience for years after a bad
Oh, this is 6 minutes.
Thank you, Allie.
Wait, what was that?
Yo, Allie, 4 minutes ago says, "Hey, Brad, I heard you mentioning a struggle with disassociation. I've been having the same experience for years after a bad
Wait, does he, like... So, wait, has he had, like, some crazy acid trip or something?
Thank you, Allie.
He says he was addicted to weed. Oh my god. Give me a fucking break.
Sorry. Oh, look, a song I didn't listen to. I was looking for this one.
You can be addicted to weed in the sense that you can have any behavioral addiction. Yep. But there's a difference between a behavioral addiction and a chemical addiction. And many people argue that behavioral addictions are, even psychologists argue that behavioral addictions aren't real addictions.
Sorry, I just...
No, they aren't real addictions. It doesn't actually have the characteristics to be qualified as an addiction. It should be qualified as something else. You can 100% have physical withdrawal from THC. Googling it. Yeah, you can because THC levels are so high now. I'm not seeing any. Immediate stuff jumping out. I can see mental stuff. I can see like trouble sleeping. I can imagine that. And psychological, like, you know, fucking. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical. That could be true.
Bad drug trips are not like... life doesn't really feel like a movie, you know, when something that just one of those things you kind of suppress and don't think about anymore to kind of just move on. But I'll just say that I started feeling disassociative around the exact same time I had a really bad trip as well. And I'm sorry, just the mention of it.
Deep, you're really set on this Jewish neuroticism angle, aren't you? You hit the pen too hard and had a Jewish panic attack. What's the difference between a Jewish panic attack and a normal panic attack, Deep?
And it just brought it up again, I guess. Which you don't need to feel sorry about, because it's really like you did nothing wrong. I really appreciate it, but it's just one of those things that's gonna happen. So sorry, I'll explain. I used to smoke weed a lot. And just one day I had like I'm not gonna talk about it, but it was just like, yeah, it's hard. What makes it also so hard about a bad drug trip, like a real one, like a really existential one, is it just feels like you don't know how to explain it, and it instantly feels like it changes your life. And you just instantly feel like you will not be the same again. It's like you feel a switch on your brain turn on. And then you just
I'm sorry, this seems mad fake.
It's really traumatic.
Yeah.
One sec. You're good, you're good. No, I appreciate that. It's just,
Dude, what?
I'm not, it's not that I'm happy that you're going through it. It's just nice to know that someone else, like, I'm just not alone in this shit. You know, it's like the craziest part about all of this shit.
Jimberly, my eyes look like that and I sleep fine.
Simpiaton super chatted $2. I'm just mirroring the lo-fi cover art.
Thank you for the $2. This is why I said to play reggae. Every little thing gonna be alright.
It's like every day is hard, and I have to just cope with like the new way that my brain works. But I don't want you guys to feel bad for me, because it was my decision and I don't regret it, because it's led me to where I'm at now. And even if it never gets better, dude, I'm gonna be fine. It's just rough, man. It's just a really rough moment in my life. Oh shit. My Amazon Fresh order is here. It's a good time to take a break. Enjoy this Maury Calliope song. I'll be back. Yo, Allie, 4 minutes ago says, "Hey Brad, I heard you mentioning struggle with disassociation."
Okay, this is... I've just seen something. Stardust is right in this exchange that she's having with Brad right now, but she's the last fucking person I want to hear saying this. However, he is an adult and has a weak filter of what he says, and real people get hurt from it. Can you explain what exactly that is, Brad, or we just continue to cater to racists? I literally don't know your shit. Google it yourself and make up your mind, so you don't know lol Lamau even. No, I just don't know your bitch to say anything, please. Now, I just don't know your bitch to say anything, please. But your anti-Semites and racists more of a response. Make it make sense, Brad. You're superficial and not threatening my career, so yeah, you aren't worth anything to me. Okay, so as long as racists and anti-Semites are threatening your career, you bend to their will. You don't start for any principles. Do you have no personal standards? You don't have any fucking personal standards, Stardust. You were the last person to be fucking saying this. But yeah, obviously, Brad is just straight fucking retarded here. Why is this not loading? Wait, he deleted this tweet? So yeah, Brad posted the Oreo's tweet about him, a screenshot of it being like, this is where Ethan Klein got it from. And he deletes it and says, sorry for starting drama, actually logging off now. And Nick says, you're a pathetic loser. Retweeting because you deleted the previous tweet I put this on.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bradley here. I just want to make this video really quickly to address the casual racism that's gone on throughout specifically paid reaction streams. The community has been very accepting of many different people from many different backgrounds, many different sexualities, mental disorders. But I feel like when it comes down to different cultures, people just sort of forget that what they're saying could possibly be offensive to other people. Now, I take blame for this. I've made content that's very much encouraged people to say some stupid shit like, you know, Japanese music showing up as anime music, or reggaeton is all copy and paste garbage. Another one being there's a lot of Asian hate casually just thrown in the
he doesn't wait. Is this what the reggae shit's about?
These mental disorders. But I feel like when it comes down to different cultures, people just sort of forget that what they're saying could possibly be offensive to other people. Now, I take blame for this. I've made content that's very much encouraged people to say some stupid shit like, you know, Japanese music showing up as anime music, or reggaeton is all copy and paste garbage. Another one being there's a lot of Asian hate casually just thrown in the mix as well. I sort of just threw this comment in because I completely forgot what I was trying to say, but this is referring, I guess, to Korean hate, K-pop. I could have definitely done a better job at denouncing this, but admittingly, I didn't really see a big problem with it until recently. A big reason is I've just educated myself on a lot of different cultures. K-pop's a really big example. K-pop was one that I was personally denouncing and just cringing at, having an issue with anything that was K-pop at all on my stream, but just doing more research into the culture, why it's popular, why K-pop's just considered a blanket term for Korean music. Then I started to accept it a lot more, started to see the positives, and I started really cringing at the comments that people were making that I would have probably said a week prior to me actually learning about this shit.
Wow.
The reason I'm making this video
awesome.
today is I just want to move the needle back in the right direction. I believe these people don't have bad intentions, so I just want to make a video like this to just sort of wrap it up.
Full-blown Eidos moment.
Say, hey,
yeah, I was doing that last. I know I was doing that last week, but now I realize how fucking terrible it is, and also you're a bunch of racists. Okay, cool, sweet. Fuck yourself, please. Holy shit.
I really like that. I endorse stuff that I just sort of want to stop. And I believe that that's possible by just sort of saying this isn't acceptable anymore. Another example is VTuber music. I'd say anything that's like Japanese and anything that involves rap as well, being just sort of boxed into, oh, this is Demon Dice. That's another thing that I've done, and I didn't realize that was offensive until someone who ended up coming from the VTuber background became a fan of the channel, and they were deeply hurt.
Oh my
by a lot of the
god!
things people get
over yourself.
And I understand why. It seems like we've, as a community, just sort of dehumanized these people
Well, with dehumanized VTubers, I can't imagine why the fuck that would be. It's not like they're fucking 2D characters or anything. Holy shit, please fuck yourself.
The VTuber background became a fan of the channel, and they were deeply hurt by a lot of the things people were just casually saying, and I understand why. It seems like we've, as a community, just sort of dehumanized these people and started boiling down what they've done and what they've said to like one certain thing, and then that's what permanently defines them. And I'm pretty sure that's, you know, stereotyping in some sort of way. So that also probably needs to stop. We're allowed to have fun, and we're allowed to play around and casually make jokes, but this has become categorical to where when things come up, this is like pulled out of the shelf and it's used. And I just want to take it off the shelf and say, this is no longer acceptable. This is actually offending people. This is actually upsetting people in the community. So, yeah. All right. With that being said, that's all I got to say. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Okay. So, this happened as well, apparently. Turkey Tom retweeted his denouncement tweet and copy-pasted it. Just, you know, light jabbing, mocking him. And he replies. No, we'll go to the other one. We will do. We literally laugh about you behind your back. You have no real friends. I don't know what these guys' social circles are like. I don't know if they've got an overlap, if he would even know this, but it's just crazy to be like you're like 30. Your whole channel is just about listening to music and giving like baseline, like retard dipshit takes. You've got crooked, fucked up teeth. And like greasy as fuck. He's like 24. Nah, shot. That's a rough 24. That is a rough 24. Jesus Christ. But like Tom's mogging this guy's success too, right? But I just don't. You're laughing at him behind his back. You sound bitter. You sound bitter. Can't lie. Well, you don't. I don't know what you've got on Tom. I can't imagine. Like, it's like when Wick's like taking shots at people. It's like, what have you got on this person? What do you think? What ground do you think you've got to take shots?
I am genuinely so embarrassed in this community, and I feel like I've become a deadbeat father because I just genuinely do not care about a large portion of this community anymore. A big portion of which exists on Discord, and essentially, you know, will leave a comment here or there that I just am too tired to deal with.
This is such a heinous 24, bro.
Recently, one of my best friends, someone who I've met through what I do, someone who makes me feel grounded and makes me feel comfortable, you know, and helps me, I guess, feel like I'm not completely consumed by my job, is basically being swallowed whole because they want to exist in this community and simply they do not fit the mold that is, I guess, like been conjured up by the people here. Let me put it like this. As much as I like to say, you know, open-minded, community's open-minded, it's fucking not. It never has been. The whole Album of the Year community and everything, yeah, I'll post a negative review and they'll just be floods, like a flood of people just will come in and put in negative shit. And it could be genuine, you know, it could be people who actually are like, wow, I really don't like this. I'm going to give this a negative score because this is how I feel and I want to track it. But there are a lot of people who just will go out and be like, ha, fuck this artist, this sucks, LOL. And then we'll just straight up go and attack people who do enjoy it. And yeah, it's awful. And I can't prevent all of it. And it's hard because I like making the content that I make. I think it's really fun. But I've created a very toxic environment. And my friends are hurt. They are hurt because of it. And my response has been recently, it used to be I used to confront it head on, but the channel is getting bigger and it's just getting harder and I'm losing patience. I'm dealing with enough shit offline. I'm dealing with my own anxieties and my own problems, and it's hard to do that on top of trying to babysit a bunch of grown adults who simply are completely chronically online, who think that they are, in some way like justifying my name by being a complete prick. It's about as awful and as annoying as it sounds, and I'm sick of it. There's been a ton of Asian hate in this community as well. Just straight up, like, you know, it's become so normalized that if anything is like Japanese or anything of Asian culture, it is like instantly there's a stigma of like, okay, we're allowed to just make fun of this. We're allowed to dehumanize the people who enjoy this. And I hate, because like the only explanation has to be that it's my fault. Like, it has to be the shit that I've covered. It has to be the Demon Dice videos. It has to be the Mori Calliope videos. Because there's no other explanation. Because those videos blew up my channel, and it's like, hello, this is like someone who makes music that's in a Japanese style, and it's the worst thing ever. But then people take that and they run with that, and they're completely incapable of listening to something else that's Japanese. And just like, you know, just like treat it like it's a human being fucking making something. I don't know what to do about it because I like those videos. I love the videos I made. I don't want to take down any of my videos. I'm proud of my content. I feel like it's like an extension.
Dude,
of
why
me.
does he not just make his fucking videos? Why is he spending all of his time crying about the fact that people are being mean after he makes a video?
But then when that extension
Make
of
your fucking
me
video.
creates
Like,
such a negative environment, I'm like, fuck, dude. And I want this bullshit to stop, so I'm making this video essentially as just a way of saying, this is where I'm at right now. This is where my head's at right now. And so if you see like Asian hate going on, if you see people basically dogpiling someone because say they like an artist that you don't like, and then say like, oh, this crazy critically acclaimed album is dog shit. It's like, oh, so, you know, people would just assume like, oh, they must be a terrible person because of this. Like, this behavior is so fucking sickening and psychotic. It's like it is literally chronic online, like, associations of, like, you know, causation equals correlation. Like, people aren't using their fucking brains anymore and just, like, dogpiling it.
yo, I don't want to do this, but the guy knows
Correlation
creative.
equals
I just don't-
correlation.
okay.
Like, people aren't using their fucking brains anymore and just, like, dogpiling it. It's basically, like, middle school all over again. You know, the fucking thing that I did this entire career to avoid. Whatever. Anyways, this is my angry video of, I guess I'll just call addressing the racism again.
Wow, awesome. What's this Bobby video? It's a Bobby VidCon party video. Okay, this looks like every party I was at when I was like 17. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see people that I may have some level of respect for like that. Okay. Ooh. Look like they're having fun. I'm sure they're having fun.
What's up, you guys? It's Bradley here. I had a live stream that I did. My dog knocked something over. I had a live stream that I did yesterday, reacting to the new Kanye album. It was 2.5 hours long. About an hour of it was spent with me getting up, and I was trolling, basically. I would get up to go eat dinner or do my taxes while there's like 3,000 people watching. And then I just play a Rap Critic, Oh My God remix album with like beats from Kanye and To Pimp a Butterfly, one of which, one of the songs was Hey Soul Sister. Now here's the problem though. While I did intend to keep the stream up, I guess, you know, the more I think about it, it makes sense, but any music associated next to this album was just like, oh, hell no. And so the video got blocked, big time. I'm not re-uploading it. I don't care to re-upload it. I don't want to edit it. I don't want anything to do with this crap. Here's the thing. If this was a good album, this was something I really cared to talk about, maybe I would go through with it, but I didn't even show chat on stream because I knew it was going to be such a shit show, and it was. That being said, I do slightly regret not showing chat because it was actually pretty funny, but I'll just give you my thoughts here. Let's pretend for a second that Kanye didn't go full all right, okay? And let's pretend that he just released this album for the hell of it. This is the newest installment in Kanye's music, right? It sounds like garbage. It sounds terrible. It is his worst mixed, worst produced, most annoying album ever. The sampling is horrendous. There was constantly ideas here that just sound straight up like ass. It is objectively trash. Like, I genuinely did not enjoy a single song on here except for the one where there was like actually like, listen, it was like a listenable song. I don't even remember what it was called. Let me find. Was it Good Don't Die, I think?
Everybody was good.
Yeah, it was Good Don't Die, I think. Yeah, and that was just because it was like an aesthetic and nothing. It wasn't even really a song. And that's the problem with this album. These aren't songs. They're ideas. They're demos. And it's apparently supposed to be like 3 more full albums. And none of these songs feel complete. You know, and he's an anti-Semite, which, you know, that also is part of it. But genuinely, because people are willing to forgive that and separate the art from the artist, in order to love this album. The album sucks. Like, it's actually trash. It's a 1- for me. I'll just put it like that. The music sucks.
It was better. It was better than both Donda albums. You're setting a really bad example for Ethan. He read your tweets and took them at face value, meaning he trusts you, and you're trying to egg on the person who you believe hurt Ethan. I'm not replying because I like Ethan Klein. I have no affiliation with Ethan Klein. I've never once spoken to Ethan Klein in my life. I'm replying because you're a pussy. You know what that Turkey Tom and Bo Black's video, that little party reminds me of? Reminds me of this video I saw this morning. Warwick University's Conservative Association has apologized after being recorded singing a World War II German marching song. Oh man. I love this song, it's a banger. Yeah, someone says don't film at the end. Well, they didn't win, did they? Because they're probably all getting kicked out of university. So they didn't win. At all, did they? I know they thought it was a very funny Sneeko Fuentes type meme. They probably thought this was really epic and pole. Until they got kicked out of the university. I wonder what actually happened. Oh yeah, they're getting slated on like every paper. Conservatives do this, then blame lefties for curb stomping them, lol, pay the retard tax. Yeah, I agree. And it's not like conservatives wouldn't say the same either. Like, you know, if there was a lefty society, I don't know, chanting about wanting to trans kids or something, they would all be like, why are you allowing this? These are groomers. Who cares? Why are you being retarded at an official university event? Like, this is your society event. You're like part of the university. This is for your conservative society. Or at least leave it until you're back at a flat and then start singing fucking Erica. Why are you doing it at your society party? Now what we're going to take a look at is this stream from today. Because we had some news. He spoke about the drama, briefly. The Ethan Klein drama, the Palestine drama. A big drama going on in the Middle East. And he said that this drama had been so stressful to him.
I have to admit.
So stressful to him, this drama, that he relapsed on weed. It's over, guys. He's relapsed on weed.
So, likely there's gonna be people showing up to start shit. So, oh shit, William says he can show up around 1:30. That's sick. All right. I were a little
Which
cringe.
is like, I mean, if you want to phrase a behavior, like if you want to say relapse in a behavioral addiction, like, sure, yeah, sure. However, for you to make this whole song and dance about how weed ruined your life, or well, ruined your brain, but then like the moment you get a bit of shit on social media, like, oh guys, I'm back on the weed, dude.
Yeah, so I pissed off a lot of people. I didn't know how to shut up, and I just kept talking. Oh shit, William says he can show up around 1:30. That's sick. All right.
Freddie Woods super chatted $5. Do dysgenic freaks smoke weed, or does weed cause dysgenic freaks?
Thank you for the $5, Freddie Woods.
I were a little cringe. Yeah, so I pissed off a lot of people. I didn't know how to shut up. And I just kept talking and talking and talking. And it was a bit of a Twitter meltdown of sorts. So, yeah, I could have made a better choice. But due to the fact that I was unable to just be normal for just 48 hours, Just had to be normal for 48 hours. And because I couldn't do that, it's going to be a little rough with the chat for a bit. It was the Turkey Tom tweet. No, listen, all right. It doesn't matter what I was cooking.
Oh, you saw the Turkey Tom tweet. Let's go.
All right. I was in the kitchen, but I was trespassing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't own the kitchen, and I just showed up and started cooking there. Okay? It was not my place to do so. They ain't ready to hear the truth.
So, wait, is Brad basically suggesting that... So does this guy have any mutual friends with Turkey Tom? I wouldn't assume this guy had, like, mutual friends with Turkey Tom if he's, like, a massive fucking lefty, right? Yeah, maybe he does. But he's, like, suggesting, oh, we all laugh at you behind your back, like as if he's got some inside knowledge. He's, like, reiterating that here. Dude, these unfunny freaks doing extended kitchen and cooking memes give me cancer. Yeah, I agree, 100%. The cooking shit is kind of done.
They ain't ready to hear the truth. But yeah. The problem with me is if I get into something, I'll manage to turn it into my whole personality, and then just sort of like disappear into drama. But I do want to say that this whole Twitter shit has... I don't want to let it undermine the fact that I just had like the best vacation of my life. I went to LA, and it was actually such a healing trip for me. Socially, I feel like I repaired something in myself. I don't know how to explain it, but like, I've just been very anxious socially for like years. And the amount of people I met who were really good people who I had to like open myself up towards this trip was... It was immense. I met so many...
So, yeah, it sounds like he's just straight up saying, like, yeah, I just found out about this Palestine shit. I just got into it. Now it's my whole personality. And then he's like, oh, yeah, going to VidCon in LA or whatever the fuck he's gotten done. It's a real healing trip. It's changed my life. Where a YouTuber leaves the house for the first time. Like, please, dude, get me out.
Many great people, and it was because I kind of put myself out there.
Yeah, just found out about Gaza. Shit sucks, just, bro. Like, for real.
Be not weird about it. So I really feel like I went through some very drastic changes in a week. I will mention this now because I will have to mention this in about a month. But I did. It's embarrassing. It's sad, but it's true and important to address. I did break my 3-year sobriety.
No.
From marijuana.
No.
But it's not about how you fall. It's about how you get back up. And I don't necessarily think it's all a bad thing. I think that there's actually a lot to get out of this. I'll start with this. That Cali Kush, dude.
Life ruined by weed psychosis, by the way.
That Cali Kush, dude. Oh my God, they weren't kidding. Okay? I'm just saying, like, come on, that shit was crazy. Right? The Cali Kush is crazy. But
this is insufferable.
It's like, actually, it's so good. So yeah, relapse is part of the recovery. Yeah. Chat's on screen because I'm not recording or doing anything yet. But I think it's important to mention that with getting high again, I actually faced something really big. And that's the fact that I think I've been blaming weed for a lot of stuff. When in reality, I think that I've been...
Dude, he is just full, but he's back in. He's back. He's reasoning his way through it. He's reasoning his way through back into his weed addiction.
Weed for a lot of stuff. When in reality, I think that I've been very... Like, I think it was enhancing what was there already. I don't think that a lot of the delusions and crazy shit that I've had was like, oh, it's because of weed. I think that it like certainly
Oh God.
affected that, but I think I've been how do I say this?
This guy's
the
got a
last
mental
3
breakdown.
years off of it have been really important for me. It felt like doing it again was like facing a fear, and it was kind of a really big deal. I can tell you right now that I had a really good experience with it, and that I'm not itching to do more, which I think is a really good sign that
Yeah, you
something
sound like it, bro. Yeah, you sound like
in
it.
me is healing, that I was able to enjoy it, and I don't need to keep
Yeah, Deep, I just totally
pushing
agree. 100%. It must be. It must be. I actually do believe him now.
I think that this might actually be closing out a chapter of my life, in a way, which is, yeah, a really big deal. So, you know, glad to hear it ended up so positively. I'm telling you, when I got high, I was just around the best people. I was not able
My
to
new
get
YouTube friends.
lost.
My new YouTube friends.
I wasn't able to just like get lost in my head and like
VidCon.
listen to anxiety and just like freak out about everything, because I was literally around amazing people the entire trip, just in California in general. And
Yeah,
it
California, LA, full of amazing people, I hear.
actually was so
That's the one
comforting.
thing I always hear. Full of amazing
yeah,
people.
I'm actually doing amazing, like thoroughly amazing. Thank you, Space Ashes, for the 5 gifted. Yes, self-control is a good way of putting it. So, in other words, when I was high and I was freaking out, because that's people say like when you get high again after a long time, it's going to put you exactly where you were when you stopped, and if you're looking for something new, that's not going to happen. And they are actually right about that. When I got high again for the first time on this trip, I was like kind of freaking out. You know, I was really anxious and I didn't know what the hell was going on. But it was the fact that I was around other people who weren't doing that kind of like set in for me. Like I was like starting to connect more with people and just like putting myself out more socially. So I was like, this person's doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and they're not freaking out, and they're perfectly normal. They're able to have a normal conversation. What am I doing wrong? What's going on here? It can't just be the weed. I'm high. I freak out when I'm high. That's just how it is. So literally this trip was like working through this deep-rooted anxiety that has been stopping me.
I was around these amazing friends that let me break sobriety with the substance I thought ruined my life.
Because I have not been wanting to address it. And when I stopped smoking weed, I was like, that just sort of like, I blamed the weed instead of something that was like actually internal, you know? And I thought it would go away if I stopped smoking weed. But I wasn't putting in the work, you know, for this like very important thing, because all my effort was to stop smoking weed, which I needed to do. But whole point being back in that state and being able to be normal and around normal people and actually just enjoy it as the goofy, whoa, look what's going on sort of drug that honestly it is, in like small amounts in the right space. I just feel like I'm doing well. I want to keep up with people. I want to keep talking with people who I met. I want to be more social. I want to be more active in my life and my partner's life. I want to listen to music more and
He's
talk
leaving
about
her.
it more. And
He's leaving her. He's 100% leaving her. 100%. He's gonna find a new LA hooer.
yeah, I'm actually just very interested to see where things go from here. So yeah, it's a major step. You're doing great. Thank you.
Was he dating her before he started YouTube too? When did you start dating her?
Thank you. So in a month, I will be doing an update. It'll probably be my last one, period. As the biggest step for me right now is pretty much taking the fact that I had a great
You know he's moving to LA. He's moving to LA and he's finding a new wife. You know.
experience on weed and not trying to push that or take advantage of it, and to be very sparing, if not just away from it entirely over the next month. And then hopefully I can update you guys on where I'm at, because it was like, it's a big deal, and I want to inform people on sort of this newer perspective I have on everything. So, yeah. Didn't you say you weren't going to put chat on screen? You're right. Goodbye, chat. I'm so sorry. It's not even that big of a deal. I think I was freaking out more about there being crazy people in chat. So I'll tell you what. All right, before we hide chat, let me put it like this. Due to unfortunate events, chat will not be appearing on stream. I'm not going to pin anything like this because I don't want to make a big deal out of it. So I'll just tell you, I pissed off the wrong crowd of people. All right, let's just say I pissed off a crowd of people who are like, okay, let me put it like this. Drama Alert covered me on Twitter. Okay? I pissed off the really wrong crowd.
Scared
of
the
people.
Keemstar. Scared the Connor, actually. I think
I
Connor
was caring about stuff that I probably shouldn't have been caring about as much. Just in terms of like creators talking about things and then trying to like get a one-up on them, you know? Not my best move. Not the smartest thing to do. I think I jeopardized a lot of the community by doing this. By just simply...
Just wait till he leaks the DMs I sent him on your behalf. They were not sent on my behalf, and nothing you guys have ever done is on my behalf. I disavow all actions you guys take, okay?
Not being able to keep my cool and my composure. And because of this, there's real consequences. So for a while, I'm a fan of someone you responded to, LOL, by so. Yeah, I should not have been so loud and annoying. Okay? That's what I shouldn't have done. I was loud and annoying. I was cringe. Okay? I was just trying to get shots off at everybody. And like, again, you guys matter more to me. I want to take care of my community. I want to get back to the music. But that doesn't mean that there's not consequences for pissing off the wrong crowd of people, which is why we got to cover up chat for a little bit. I'm going to instruct the mods that there's going to be... I'll put it like this. There's this game where basically there's like you have to let hotel guests through, and some of them look a little off, right? Maybe they have like multiple eyeballs on their head. You know, maybe they have arms growing out of their neck.
Talking about papers, please.
Your job is to recognize people like that in chat, and then just not let them into the lobby. You know, has been hotel. No, not has been hotel. God damn it. Anyways, new Trippy.
I know it's a different game. Okay.
Papers, please. So yeah, that's your
No,
job.
He made the
mods.
same joke.
People who are acting weird, acting off, screwing up the vibe, just aren't on the same wavelength as everyone. You know, trying to start shit. Your job, just quietly escort them to the door. So there we go. And that's going to be it. With that being said, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
didn't steal that joke from Vito, okay? So, I mean, this is it, I guess. Now he's on to listening to music. There wasn't a whole lot there, really. It's just funny that he's relapsed on weed after saying how terrible of a fucking thing it is. And now he's like, I've got a whole new life in LA. I've realized how amazing my life can be if I just hang out with other YouTubers in LA. Very funny. Very funny. Also, Palestine being his whole personality now. That's epic.